balance patch officially came out, and we're gonna start off with the Vanguards per usual. So we got Angela. Reduce the shield stance shield value from 350 to 300. This change is fine. I mean, I guess they're trying to make her have less sustain, which is fair. Shawty can fly and she has a movement boost. I don't see anything crazy. It's a slight nerf. So Captain America, reduce vibranium energy saw cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. It really is going to boost his offense. He's able to throw his shield out a lot longer. I know whenever I play Captain America, I'd be thinking like, should I throw the shield? Should I not? 8 seconds isn't too long, but for Captain America, who doesn't do a lot of burst damage, you really wanted to think about, should I throw the shield or not? But 6 seconds, I'm gonna be throwing that thing crazy. I'm about to be throwing that thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be throwing that thing out there. Anyway, so Doctor Strange. Increase the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage to 1.2 to 1.3. Is that a lot? That, I guess he just gets his Maelstrom quicker. I guess it don't matter if like his cooldown is still long as well. Either or. Local levitation, new effect recasting. During use, now interrupts the ability. Preserve current movement speed and allows for new movement input to change trajectory. Recasting during use now interrupts the ability. I thought it always did that though. Like you just click it again, you just stop flying. But preserves current movement speed, so you get a movement speed buff, or you keep the movement speed buff, and allows for new movement input to change trajectory. Like if I click it, do I let's say I'm going left, am I able to go right with it? No. I know we finna see. I mean, hey, give more movement to the tanks. I like it. They did it with Thor. I think it worked out, and I think it will work out with Strange. Emma Frost. Increase energy gained. He didn't need this. Yo, why are they buffing this character? She didn't need this, brother. I don't know. We'll see when Deadpool. I assume. I don't know. I gotta see the rest of the balance patch because her being able to gain damage quicker, I feel like you can already gain it pretty fast enough. And honestly, if you're good at Emma, you can maintain that damage. Hulk. Reduce the hero Hulk Incredible Leap minimum charge time from 0.5 to 0.4. Maximum charge time from 2 seconds to 1.7 seconds. These numbers seem very close, but it will make a difference with being able to leap, just leap in general in 0.4 seconds. Wait. Incredible leap minimum charge time from 0.5 seconds to, that must be a typo. There might be a decimal there. Unless it's 0.04 seconds. I don't know. Either or. I think the minimum leap isn't changeable. It is changed. It's the maximum charge time. Instead of waiting a whole 2 seconds, you can get out of there quicker. Which will definitely allow better movement for Hulk, which I think is honestly his identity, his movement in Hero Hulk form. Reduce Gamma Burst cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds and increase projectile damage from 70 to 75. It's gotta be 6 seconds, man. Like 8 seconds is way too long, especially when Hulk can just clap all over the place. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, he should be able to clap more, and I like it doing more damage, and also pierces people too. And also, last update, balance patch, it also lessens the cooldown for the shield, so it's gonna be a little bit more tanky now. If you expect this patch, a lot of Hulks maybe running around first week or a couple days, he's gonna be bubbling anything and everything. In Monster Hulk form, this is his ultimate ability. Hulk is now immune to launch and knockback effects. Does knockback effects include like the Angela Pierce, like the Angela push and the Thor push? I'm not too sure you're finna see. But Hulk being able to be immune to these two types of CCs, he's able to pull off his combo a lot better. Now he's still going to be able to be stunned, so there's that. But being less CCable, especially in his ult, will allow him to pull off more things easier. There's less things to worry about. And those are all the Vanguard changes. Let's go to Duelist. Black Panther. Increase spear toss. I said super. Increase spear toss damage from 45 to 50. Gain 50% damage reduction during Bass Descent. Ultimate ability startup animation. So your tankier when you ult, and the spear when you toss it does more damage. For you Black Panther means, is this enough? We'll see. Blade, this is what I was definitely looking for. Blade needed a buff pretty bad. When wielding Hunter's shotgun, Daywalker dash new effect. Slow enemies by 40% for 1.5 seconds. Increase second hit damage from 20 to 50. Is that second hit with the sword or with the shotgun? Either or. It didn't increase damage before. I knew it slowed, but I don't know how much it slowed, but we finna see. When wielding Ancestral Sword, Daywalker dash new effect. Remove slow effect from enemies and apply 8% healing reduction per strike. 32% total if all hit for 3 seconds. Reduce damage from 15 to 8 per hit. Ooh, is this for you or against them? Reduce damage from 15 to 18 per hit. I feel like that's for Blade. Okay, giving him basically strengthening his strengths. That's what they need to work on for Blade. Reduce pellets fired per round. No. Of Hunter shotgun. Oh, from 12 to 11. Damage fall off now starts at 15. Oh, was 20 at 30 meters. Damage drops to 50% of base was 40. So dang. So I don't know if this does anything for Blade, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know what the numbers was for his anti-healing for his sword, but I don't know. I guess your main thing for Blade is to play around the dash. He does get his ult pretty quick, but yeah, you gotta play even closer now with him. Maybe they want you to play with him in the front line rather than back line, which he already had the identity of that anyway. So I don't know. Maybe we finna see what these changes finna do. Daredevil, everybody wanted this fella nerfed, which rightfully so. Let's get to it. Reduce Devil's Chain high damage range from 80 to 75. Reduce Devil's Throw single projectile damage from 32.5 to 30. Total from 65 to 60 on a single target. Reduce Fury gain from Devil's Latch when grappling to a surface from 2 to 1. This definitely is the nerf for this fella, because if you just got one Fury, you basically would just use the grappling and you just have your Fury again. So you were able to maybe get off 2 combos. If somebody escaped away, you could just use your grappling, get back to him, and you already have your Fury gain for the next combo. This might hurt him a little bit, depending on how you use the grappling for Daredevil. We finna see though. Iron Fist. I'm so glad he doesn't have so much text. He always used to have so much text. Increase Jeet Kune Do's 4th strike damage from 30 to 35. Increase Dragon's defense maximum duration of 1 second to 1.2 seconds. So you got a bigger parry window. All right. Namor. This is what I'm interested, because they were talking about not him being viable through team ups, but him being viable just on his own, which that should have been done after the gamma charge. I don't know why they had him and Hella either, or I digress. Reduce aquatic dominion time for a single charge from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. That's his little escape bubble. Increase default monstro spawn health from 100 to 125 and damage from 17 to 18. Increased enhanced monstro spawn damage from 11 to 12. Not too bad of changes. I know there's a couple characters that kind of struggle going against the monstro spawns, like they can't take it out quickly. So that's a plus for him. Just, I don't know why they just didn't make his monstro spawns just a little tankier. Instead of him having to have 3 or have somebody be able to spawn more monstro spawns. Just makes the 2 that he has a little bit just tankier. And if it is too tanky for most of the cast or all of the cast, I mean, shit, just increase the cooldown at that point. But we finna see what these changes do for Namor. I do like the direction of the monstro squids being a little more tankier. Now the only thing I don't like about this is that my teammates already don't shoot at the monstro spawns enough, and now that they're tankier, it's gonna be even more annoying to deal with. That is DPS, strategist, cloak and dagger. Maybe she's getting a buff. She was lacking for the past season and a half. Reduce dagger storm healing from 55 seconds to 45 seconds. So this is her healing dome, but new effect: when a spell field is created, allies in range get a one-time healing of 60. So you get an instant 60 health, and then you just get 55 per second. So she's just more tankier in her healing dome, essentially. All right, more healing. Veil of Life, either way. Veil of Life for the Centaury cape adjustments. These two abilities now share charges, capped out at 2, with each taking 12 seconds to recharge. After using either, both abilities enter a 2-second cooldown. Cloak and Dagger has to share these 2 abilities now. I mean, now that she can heal with one time of 60 and the healing over time, yeah, you don't want her healing to be too crazy, especially with her Life Force cape giving her extra healing upon everything. She now share these 2 charges. Gambit, yes sir, the server admin himself. Reduce big easy impact healing amount per explosion from 25 to 15, total from 75 to 45. Oh yeah, so big easy impact healing is basically like that Darth Maul rotation dash move that he does. That I definitely needed it. I definitely wanted that joint to get nerfed, because having an escape that also heals you and you can also do it twice is a little bit too much. And now it goes, like, it used to heal 75 of his health. That's a good amount of health to get back, while your other healer can just, you know, react and then heal you right after. But now it goes from 75 to 45. Ooh, you might have to spend those 2 dashes wisely now. Reduce Raging Royal Flush's healing from 75 seconds to 55 seconds. So Raging Royal Flush is his ultimate. I do agree that if you're going to have crazy damage, a crazy damage boost on top of shield, on top of movement boost, where you're so, like, some characters are just so hard to hit at that point that it's not even worth even trying to combat the ult. On top of that, just healing on top of that too as well. I do agree that ult had to have something cut off from it. Maybe they just don't reduce the healing and just take the healing off, but we're finna see what these 55 second per second heal is going to do. Let's see if we can actually combat Gambit's ult, but that is to remain to be seen. Bridge boost bounces on a single target are now set to a maximum of 2. The bridge boost used to target up to 6 fellas, or well, yeah, technically 6 fellas including himself, but now it only does 2. Yeah, I was gonna say, why does Adam only get to be able to heal himself and up to like 3 fellas, and that's like part of his main kit, where Gambit this man has a crazy amount of buttons he can press. And one of them is that he was able to do what Adam can do, but better. That just didn't make sense to me. Now they set it to a maximum of 2. You're not just going to heal fellas from way downtown. You possibly can, because you can bounce it off walls, but in all honesty, you're probably hitting it for your DPS or your front line, and it's not going to heal just the whole team or give the whole team some healing. It's only going to give to 2 people. I like these. I like these nerfs. We finna see what they're gonna do, because honestly, them nerfing his ult wasn't really gonna do much. It never really did much. They did it to Luna, they did it to Cloak and Dagger, and it didn't do too much to those characters. Maybe they wanted to spend more time to see what they could do with this character. They didn't want to take him all the way back to the backyard with the Kung Lao too early. But yeah, this is only maximum of 2 people. Yeah, instead of 6. Invisible Woman are the real server admin. Another community has been complaining about her for just the whole season at this point. Half a season. Anyway, reduce Guardian Shield value from 250 to 200. Reduce shield restoration rate after reclaiming from 42 seconds to 34 seconds. Total time is unchanged. How is total time unchanged? About to say, how could it go from 42 per second and then 34 per second and its total time is unchanged? Comments, you're gonna have to help me out with that one. But go to the next one before I continued. Reduce Guardian Shield healing to Invisible Woman from 50 to 25. Yeah, I like Invis. She's definitely one of the healers to definitely pick up when you need to carry as a healer. But her being able to shield herself, her shield was just so OD, on top of her being able to push and pull fellas away from her every 8 seconds, and then she has the double jump every 4 or 6 seconds. She was kind of in with what Gambit was having an issue with the meta, where we were having an issue with, where she has a lot of utility, and these utilities are all of the options are really good, really good. Now even though before she was able to shield herself, I feel like you had to really add nuance to the shield. Like if you wanted to shield yourself, you had to shield your teammates and walk over there and be able to walk over to the shield in general, even though you probably was using a shield to protect flying enemies. But I digress. Yes, nerf the shield if she's going to be able to shield herself. We'll see if 25 per seconds is enough. Other fellas are buffed with their damage, so we finna see. And for her getting the health back on her shield, going from 34. Oh, I guess I could see why the total time is still technically unchanged, because the shield value is from 250 to 200. So I guess the total time hasn't changed, but it doesn't take much to take out that shield. I could use 2. But yeah. We asked for an Invis and Gambit nerfs. We got them. We'll see how the meta will shake up. And Rocket Raccoon reduced movement speed during wild crawl from 10 meters per second to 8 meters per second. Is wild crawl when he crawls on the walls? I assume. I know a lot of fellows would use this tech to stay on points and try to be too hard to hit, and he had stall potential. But is 8 meters per second really going to change much? He's already so small too as well. But we finna see. Not too much crazy there. Team up abilities balances. That's what I need to see. Hela and Namor. Increase the tidal dirge cooldown from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Reduce undead monstro damage from 12 to 10. Reduce berserk state undead monstro damage from 7 to 6. I assume not only is, I ain't gonna lie, the Hela and Namor team up is kind of ridiculous. They nerf. I do like the fact that he does share a team up with someone that is able to gain more monstro spawns on the field, but it just can't be too powerful because like once you kill somebody, because that's how you get it. Once you kill somebody, it just kind of steamrolls into everything, and it should aid the team fight, not just steamroll. But we got Vibrant and Vitality, Mantis, Groot, and Loki. Reduce the Deific Blessing allied damage boost effect from 25 to 15%. I mean, honestly, I didn't really see a lot of Loki Groots. But to be fair, I didn't play as much this season either. But does this hurt the Loki players? Loki players, let me know. They removed the Human Torch Spider-Man team up. I seen literally nobody use it for the past 2 seasons. And it didn't help that Human Torch also got took back with a shotgun. They just like shaved his knees off. They nerfed that character to the ground. Even though I like where the buffs have him at now, I think he's still very viable. Definitely like an A tier, at least an A tier hero in my opinion. And then Spider-Man, he's really hard to use, and you kind of have to play around him. And we're playing with a team-based game where a lot of people don't like to play team-based, especially with Spider-Man on their team, and the Spider-Man doesn't want to play team-based. Yeah, it's a lot of the Spider-Man pick rate has gone down a lot recently, especially with the nerfs. Either or. Penny Parker loses the Armored Spider Nest ability. Thank God, bro. She don't need no more nests. Her nest already is movement speed and healing, so her being able to spawn more tanks for fellas was so annoying to deal with, especially on certain maps. She would literally be server admin. Like there's nothing you can do if she and if Rocket places these sentries down in the right location. It literally takes certain characters out the game, which I do believe in hard counters, but she just hard counters like a lot of characters in the game, like a lot. Granted, Poke kind of gets her, but she's playing around a wall. She can just keep getting healed, also getting healed in her own web. So yeah, I do agree with this team up having to go. Mr. Pool's interdimensional toy box. I was hoping they gave him, he probably does though, right? Like he has this interdimensional bag on him. But it's gonna give Jeff basically like a stuffed animal that he throws out, spits out, and it just does healing. He has like basically it's a healing circle, twirls around. Essentially kind of like what he has in the in the Marvel Zombies game mode, where he's able to like put down like these little sentries that twirl like water all over the place. Basically like a sprinkler, and it would heal people in the water flow. And as a team up anchor, Deadpool gains 50 health as a Vanguard, 5% damage as a duelist, and strategist 5% healing. Interesting. And with Penny Parker losing her team up, she gains another team up with Spider-Man. She becomes an anchor, and Spider-Man unlocks a new sticky spider bomb ability through his team up, where if he doesn't use it, he gains web clusters back, and if he does use it, the bomb explodes and it puts the spider marks on people who got exploded. Now for Spider-Man, I don't play much of Spider-Man. He is fun to play, but he's really hard. I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna need to put the hours in to really get his full effectiveness off. If they want to rework this character or give him a little something, or change a little something, make him use some tech. Like, you know, Spider-Man is known to have some tech on him. Maybe he can throw out some I was gonna say spider mines, but I don't know. Give him something other than, I don't know, it's what he has. And I don't know, I feel like you can keep the same gameplay loop, maybe change a few things here and there, but give him some gadgets. I don't know. This character needs a little bit of help sometimes, because yeah, that uptime is crazy. But I digress. Those were the patch notes for season 6. Let me know what you guys think. I think there wasn't really not a lot of crazy changes. Like this is a pretty relatively short balance patch. Is there anybody that needed a nerf that you wanted, or anybody that needed a buff? I feel like everybody got adjusted, or everybody got looked at, whoever needed to be nerfed. Like Gambit and Viz got nerfed. Maybe nobody else needed. Oh, Daredevil as well. Those were the trio that everybody was looking at to be nerfed. But I'm kind of glad about the Doctor Strange changes. I want to see what they mean about changing the trajectory. I love the Captain America buffs. Hulk is interesting because Hulk is really fun to play, and it was kind of hard to play during this last couple seasons about CC and the healers being, really, really good. And I'm very interested in Blade as well. Those are the ones that I'm looking at. Other than that, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, like if you got this far, especially you might as well subscribe to your boy. I'll catch y'all later.
This is a Swill production.